Hello. And today we're going to talk about something different, something that's still along the lines of what I talk about and what I try to share. But what, and I'm looking at my notes, what is one of the most important things, one of the most important steps in building a business? I have four important aspects to consider. So when you think about building a business, and most of us are online now, so that's what I'm talking about, and you are a business builder, one of those people that did the belly to belly, the home parties, the bugging family and friends, chasing people, that kind of thing. So you know who I'm talking about. So when you are you know, a business builder and you're starting your business, what's one of the most important things that you can do when you are first starting out and you're growing your business? Drop in the chat what you think it might be. What's important? And there are a lot of things that are important, but this is one thing we've talked about before, but I just wanted to, kind of see what you think, because basically it's not that I'm here for me. I'm here basically for you, to be able to help you with information that might help you to get where you're going and give you answers to questions that you have, or even questions that you don't even know that you have until you hear and you're like, I never thought about that. I had a lot of that, especially when I first came online in the company that I came online in. So while you're thinking, and I'm waiting for you to drop in the chat here, and I'm making sure the chat is yes, everything is ready to go. So while you're thinking about that, I'm going to introduce myself to those of you I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online and be able to use the power of social media to get more prospects, leads, and sales in your business. And I do that in a number of ways. I teach attraction marketing, lead generation, video marketing, branding, and I also give lots of tips and strategies that are modern and up to date and following along with the trends that are happening now, the things that are the way that things are now, and as opposed to sticking to things that were old school that maybe worked back in the day, but don't so much work today. People don't want to be chased. People don't want to be sold to. People don't want people that are pushy and constantly saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Join me, buy my stuff, join me. They don't want to, they don't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear it. I know how I feel as I continue to get, I mean, there's constantly stuff coming up on my phone. I had, I don't know how many phone calls as I was trying to get ready for this, and I didn't want to block off, do my do not disturb yet. But, I finally, it was so, constantly abrupt and bugging me that I finally just was like, okay, I usually do it real close to when I'm going live, but I just did it earlier because it was just so annoying with the constant phone calls and the constant, and then when you answer, they've got they're trying to pitch right away and that kind of stuff. It just, for me, that is not the way that I do it. That is not the way that I've learned to do it. I rather attract people to me than to be chasing and pushing and being salesy and feeling sleazy and that kind of thing. So basically, you know what it is that I do. I'm not seeing any comments in the chat right now, so I'm going to go on and spill the beans. So, one of the things that's most important when you're starting a business that you should do, that, I learned about, and I just want to share that with you. And you, of course, always have the choice whether you want to, whether you don't. But, just hear me out. That thing that's most important to do is branding you. You Inc. Branding yourself, not your company, not your products, not anything but branding you. Because when you brand yourself, then you have your and other aspects that I'm going to talk about as I do this, but you are basically letting people know who you are, what you stand for, that kind of thing. And as you're doing that, you continue to build that brand, and as you learn and grow in knowledge and skills and all those things that are going to be so important to help you to actually grow and keep that business, is so important to be able to start off like that, because you don't know that your business is going to be there forever. And branding a business can end up costing you a lot in the long run. I've seen people, in the company that I'm in, that, they're learning, how to build a business, learning important aspects, skill sets, and, learning a lot of things that we need to build our businesses and to be able to build them successfully. And as we learn, I've heard like a couple of people where their company cut out on them, and they didn't find out till they heard it on the news. So that meant they were like, so now what do I do? Their downline, or the people that were team members under them are no longer. The people that were their leaders and upper level team members, no more. No one's answering the phone, and you're just stuck. You might have even had, some pay coming, and you didn't get it because they went belly up, or they went under, or they just, what, for whatever reason. You never know. And so there's nothing when you're in a business, unless you're branding yourself, that you own. You don't own that business. You don't have any rights, any partnership, anything like that. Um, you don't have your upper level, like I said, team members and leaders. You don't have, those people, those team members that you brought in and that other team members brought in under you. They're all like kind of probably in flux. You're like, what's going on? So what do we do now? And that kind of thing. That's the one thing you cannot count on. As those are things that you cannot count on unless you brand yourself. When you brand yourself, then you own your brand, and you can call it, I mean, mine, I just call my name. My brand is my name. Other people are a little bit, more artistic or creative, and they have their name mixed in with, something else that's, kind of also has a little bit to do with what they do. So it just kind of depends. But, when you brand yourself, instead of a company, then you have your email list that you developed, that you grow. That's the one thing that you have. And then, any like lead magnets, if you know what those are. I think I'm getting off track here, so I better get back and look at my notes so that I don't do that. But just remember and suffice it to say, when you brand your business instead of yourself, you don't own any of that because you just don't. That's the way it is. So it's really important to brand yourself. And and then I'm going to get into these important aspects here because I'll keep going offline or off. I get off on these tangents. So number one was I was talking about why it's important. Okay, and so we've discussed that. Then number two, what kind of person are you? What do you stand for? What do you not stand for? Those are things that are important, and they're important to people. Like some people will stand for, mess, and people that are, well, not that they stand for it, but they tolerate it. And it causes problems for those other people that are a part of the business, because they got to go through this person who is really mean or really negative or really, not nice. And just, why even have to deal with that? I won't, the type of person that I am, I'm not going to deal with that kind of stuff. I don't want somebody around or that's working with me and our team that is going to be negative, that's going to cause dissension in our team, that's going to cause people to be frustrated and upset. I'd rather let that person go and say, I appreciate that, that you came in, but you're just not aligned with what we're aligned with. And it seems to be causing more problems for our team, and so I'm going to, I'm just going to have to ask you to leave, so it depends on what you stand for. What are you looking for in those people that you want to align with? Like-mindedness for me, people that get along well, that are positive, people that are, not. I'm looking for people that are strong, people that can lead, people that can follow, people that can do a job. If they say they're going to do something, that their word is their bond. Integrity, honesty, those types of things. And that's what I look for. So, and I'm sure people would be looking for similar things in me. And I'm hoping that I portray those things. So that's those are important aspects that you want to consider. And then the other two are, who do you want to help to deal with and get rid of their pains, struggles, frustrations, upsets, whatever, because of what they're doing right now it's really dragging them down. And then also, how do you help them? What solutions can you provide? What solutions can you suggest? I mean, for some people, it may take them a while. So you may, suggest something and then check back with them, that kind of thing. So these are the things that I consider important, and things that when you're building your business and you're building your brand, you're building, everything is coming off of you. And it's coming off of, like I said, what you stand for, what you don't stand for, why it's important. What type of person are you? Are you a person that, shrinks when certain people come around, or do you maintain your posture? That's very important as well. But that's not one of the things I had on my list. And here I go again, go off on a tangent. But basically, just remember this and consider this. You don't want to brand your company or your company's products And this is my suggestion for your consideration. I don't want to tell anyone exactly what to do, but I want to be able to give you options, things to think about, things to consider as you're in this journey of trying to learn and grow your business and grow your following and, just be that person, be who it is that you've been dreaming of being. And ultimately, for me, I'm looking for financial freedom and time freedom. I can help so many more people when I have those things, but I choose to help now as well. So I'm not asking for, someone to join me right now and you'll get this. I need 5 more people and you can do that. I don't do that. I don't like that. I don't think it's right. I mean, that means that they're not so much looking at the person or the people they want to help. They're just out for anybody and everybody. And anybody and everybody is not going to be aligned with what you are aligned with. Your mindset, your ability um, to be able to get the business going, keep it going, to be able to, be honest, be upfront, to be able to tell people when they have to leave, when they have to leave. It's just, if you're just taking everybody and anybody, you're not qualifying them and you're not checking it out. So that makes it harder for everybody. So anyway, I'm going over and over myself. So I'm stepping over myself today. So I'm going to go on and let it go at that. I'm not really seeing any comments or questions or anything in the chat right now. So remember, if you're here with me live, you can drop comments later. I understand that it's early and that, people are doing things and are busy at home. So, and then for those of you that catch it later on the replay, and you can also drop your comments, questions, and your opinions, and I'll answer them. Just remember that you can do that. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out because the notifications pop up when people are answering questions or doing something that demands my attention. So let me do some housekeeping things really quick. Number one, I'm sorry, my throat is like super dry. So number one, remember to keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Remember that we're still walking through the stuff we're walking through. So do the best that you can to keep you, your family, your friends, and others safe. And also, there are people that are isolated. So if a phone call, text message, email, or even trying to get them on a Zoom might really brighten their day, as well as for those of us who pray, please continue to pray for us and our world. We are all in this together. We will make it through on the other side, and we will be the stronger for it. Things might look different, but that's part of what we have to get used to. Things continue to change, and they change and they're different, and we adapt. We that's what we do. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always make it the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you again tomorrow on another live where we'll talk about a different topic. So talk soon. Bye now.